Yeah, thanks for tuning in. And I'm making this video on the 30th of December 2023, nearly at the new year. I thought I'd make this one because one or two things have cropped up in the comments and also my personal life. So if you've been following my community pages, I've posted a couple of accounts of some Christian services which I've been to recently. So basically, yeah, it's no secret. I've got somebody in my life, a female, a special person, who happens to be have been brought up as a Christian. She doesn't really seem to have much Christianity in her in terms of she doesn't really seem to believe in salvation through Jesus, that kind of thing. But as a community thing, she likes going along to church on a Sunday morning and singing a few hymns. And there's a coffee and biscuits morning where everybody gets into the church hall, and it's like the community hub. So I've been along with her to some of these services. Christmas services. Yes, I've been to midnight mass, and there's another church which she goes to simply because she sings in a choir, and that's a covenant church where the covenants broke away from the Church of Scotland because the Church of Scotland basically started accepting gay marriage, and the fundamentalists broke away. So she goes along there, but she doesn't really. She goes along there mainly for other reasons, social reasons mainly, and she sings in this choir. So yeah, I've got somebody in my life, and she's a Christian. So there was always a possibility that was going to happen. She's an exceptionally nice person and attractive, etc. And I love spending time with her. So, well, there it is. I've got a Christian in my life, and it's bringing me some rather kind of bizarre experiences, which I've written about in my community pages. But it led to a comment from somebody that because I said that there were lots of young people in the congregation, and that was absolutely true. This congregation that I've sat in, there are about 300. The church is absolutely packed throughout the Christmas services, and particularly on midnight mass, I saw lots of young people who probably, in fairness, come just once a year to that particular mass. But even so, in the regular Sunday services, it's not just old. It's not just old fogies. It's not. There are younger people as well. I've seen people in their 30s and 40s, even bringing their children. So if you're under some delusion that it's only the ancient, the over 80s that are sitting in churches, that's not true. It's not true. So somebody left a comment saying, "Oh, that's strange. I've never seen anybody under 70 coming out of a church." And then this fool made another comment that, even in that they've lived in different parts of the UK. They've only ever seen old people coming out of churches, and they only ever know about what did they say? Nigerians and what was it? Poles, certain nationalities are only the ones that ever go to church. And this is just such a lot of fucking rubbish. The only way to counter nonsense like that, and really I shouldn't really care, but I went to the Church of England website, and there's a very good document on the diversity within the Church of England attendances. And I did find some very interesting things. I completely debunked all that rubbish straight away, because to suggest that the bulk of people coming out of going into churches in the UK are from ethnic minorities is just so far from the truth. In reality, according to the Church of England, this document, link posted below the video, you can find it and go and read it if you want, because this is the best way to defeat anecdotal shit is with hard evidence. And I've been to the Church of Scotland, I've got their document. I've been to the Church of England, and I've got their document too. It's all there. It does show declining attendances, and I do believe in the integrity of this document, because they're trying to solve certain problems throughout the document. They're asking questions, how can we shore up attendances, etc. So they do address what they see as real issues, but they also have got some very interesting information. So first of all, just excuse me a moment because there's an ambulance going past my door. I live on a main road. I don't know if the microphone picked that up, but yeah. So according to the Church of England, 4%, 4.6% of attendees are from non-white British backgrounds. 1 in 20. So 19 out of 20. If you go into a church on average, you'll see only 1 in 20 from an ethnic minority background, Poles, Lithuanians, whatever, Black Caribbean. 19 out of 20 are still white British going into the Church of England. As for the ages, Something like, I haven't got the exact figure, but I found that, what was it? 18% are actually under 30s, and there's actually quite a diverse age range. The majority are in fact over 69, but in the 18 to 69 band, yeah, okay, that's quite a big band. Is actually quite a high percentage. So it's across the board. The bulk are older generation, but there are a significant percentage of younger people as well still going into churches. And if you've been to a university and you've been to the Christian Union, you'll see young people. There are still young people very much interested in religion, albeit maybe declining. But one thing I found really interesting about this document is that black people, black British in the over 64s, I'll just read this out. Among over 64s in the black population, 1 in 11 is a core congregational member of the Church of England. Among white people of the same age group, it is only 1 in 14. The same pattern is true of every age band considered in this survey, and they've bolded out. In any adult age group, a black or black British adult is more likely to be a core congregational member of the Church of England than a white person of the same age. So I found that really interesting, because I know I've done videos before on, why are black Americans, why have they got such a strong Christian tradition, given that all the slavery issues that they had with the white Christians oppressing them. Why would they turn to Christianity? It seems bizarre, obscene even, and illogical and irrational. But seems to be the case. Same thing in the UK, that per 1,000 population, there are more Christians, there are more people going to the Church of England congregations than white British. Why would that be the case, given that Britain was one of the pioneers of slavery for a long, long time? Okay, I know that Britain abolished in the Empire slavery way before the Americans did, but still, there's still that history, and there is indeed slavery, as we know in Exodus and other chapters. It seems to be condoned in the Old Testament. So that does seem to be the case, that black people, for some reason, seem to be more attracted to Christianity, or at least Church of England Christianity, than white people. Don't know what else to say about that, but it's a really interesting document, okay? And I will post that. It seems to be very, very well compiled and researched. They've got every single diocese, which is just really a fancy word for area of the UK, showing attendances, to what extent they're declining, and percentages and ethnicities, age ranges, everything. But anyway, if that person who left that silly comment about, it may well be the case that the only people that I'm talking to you now, it may well be the case that the only people that who are Christians are Poles, Lithuanians, Nigerians. That may well be the case. I'm not saying it isn't. And it may well be the case that the only people you've seen coming out of churches are over 70. I wonder how you knew that. Did you go and ask them? But it may well be the case. But your experience, your anecdotal experience, does not match with reality. And I've sent you some of the figures, and I suggest that you enlighten yourself to see what the reality is, because it doesn't match your anecdotal experience. No, it matches my anecdotal experience, because I've been in these churches and I've seen younger people, and I've seen predominantly white British sitting in the pews. So no, your experience does not match reality. Okay, well, that's it. What else to say? Well, nothing really, except that I guess I'll wish you a Happy New Year. Yeah, so hope you have a fantastic 2024. Let's hope that the conflicts in Gaza and the Ukraine come to an end. Let's hope the suffering ends. Let's hope that, these things stop. and let's hope that 2024 is going to be a better year than 2023. And I wish you all good luck. Good luck in your personal lives. Good luck in your employment, your business life, um, educational, whatever the case may be. Have a fantastic 2024 and Happy New Year. Bye for now.